Hey there, litter mates. Welcome back to Boss Kitty Live. I'm your host, Boss Kitty. It is a wonderful Wednesday evening. It's like 100 degrees here in Portland, or in Oregon. I don't live in Portland anymore. I don't know what that's about. It's like 100 degrees here. However, in this room, it is a nice, cool 75 because I lugged the portable AC all the way in here earlier this afternoon just to cool this room down so that we could make sure that we'd be here with you guys, because as you know, it gets really hot in this room and we don't want me to melt or the really expensive equipment to melt. So it's been a challenge in the past with summers, but we're trying really hard to make it work this time around. So it's BK, that's me. Hey, hi, how are you all doing? There we go, that works. Words, you guys. I'm really well, Samantha. How are you? Hello to Samantha, Yarn Pirate, Killingsworth, Kelly Sadler, Laura. Hello, hello. Let's see who else is in here. Miss Monster, Melanie Crochets, who then left because it's sleepy time for her, and I totally understand that. Early bird gets the worm, so I get to say hello to all of you personally and exclusively, I guess. I don't know what word I was going to go with that. So most of you know that we've been working on the craft along, the make along, right? And it's summer teas and tanks, and mine is beautiful, but it's infuriating, much like most things in my life. Beautiful but infuriating. I realized that I was doing the increases way too fast. I was doing an increase, then no increase, and then another row with an increase, and there's supposed to be 2 extra rows in there, so I had to go back like 50 rows, and I'm still figuring it out. So thank goodness it is the eve before TK's birthday, and we weren't going to work on that shit today anyway. Do you want to come say hello? Oh, he ran out of the room. He does not want to say hello, but we're going to embarrass him anyway. Wish him a very happy birthday all through the evening. So I'd love to get some hype from you guys. I know you don't really have any emojis that you can throw out there without Nightbot throwing a fit, but give me some happy birthdays. It is my husband's birthday, my partner's birthday, TK, Tech Kitty. He's the person who puts all of this together. I'm just the adorable face and the genius behind the yarn and the goofball that can't say real words, so she makes up fake words. But TK is the one that puts this whole thing together. He lights it, he color corrects it, he makes the sound better than it's been in the past. I'd say perfect, but you know, we still have problems with that from time to time. So yeah, he is the man behind the curtain, if you will. So happy birthday to TK. His birthday is tomorrow, not today, but we don't have a show tomorrow, so here we are. In celebration of TK's birthday, we are not working on the summer make-along. We are working on an amigurumi for him of Superman. My lovely partner loves comic books, particularly Golden Age and Silver Age comic books, and he is a sucker for Superman. So we are doing a Golden Age-esque Superman. It's the only one I could find, honestly. The other one I wanted to do, they discontinued it, so bloop to them. Look at all that hype for you, TK. Oh, and real quickly before we get started, here we go, guys. Happy birthday to you for my husband, who I love very, very much. So yeah, I'll show you guys a picture real quickly. Let's go ahead and go to our workspace. Here we are. Oh, it's a little pink on my hands for some reason. Might have to get him to come in here and help me with that. He said he Got it zoned in, but that looks, maybe it's just on this camera though. It just looks a little red. Anyway, let's go ahead and get a picture of that up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This is the one we'll be doing right here. Superman amigurumi. The one I really wanted to do, let me see if I can find that one, because it's pretty badass actually. But they don't make it anymore. Let's get my handy dandy keyboard in here. Does it look too pink to you? Yeah, that's okay though. This was the one I wanted to do really badly. I've been eyeballing this for a really long time. I don't know why I love it so much, but I do. It's super simple, but they don't make the pattern anymore. It's not available. So we are going with this one instead, which will be fine. I don't have to do the eyebrows if you don't want the eyebrows. He's got a little curly cue for his hair. It'll be great. And he has pants on. There's a lot of these that don't have pants on apparently. It's a whole thing. So, and we're going to modify that S too, because no offense to them, that S is a little janky. So, your hands are tired of crocheting the whole day. What should you do for your hands? You can do your stretches. So I'm not going to quite do my stretches yet. We'll do them in about an hour or so. But definitely, you know, rotate those wrists. Stretch those hands out like this. It's really, really important to make sure that you get all those muscles and tendons stretched, and you know your bones are working the way that they're supposed to work. I feel so low at this table right now. I'm letting TK mess with the color correction. That's why we're sitting here for a second. You guys want to hear something really exciting about color, by the way? It'll be here in 10 stops, by the way. We purchased an item that will make it so that what we see on our screen is what you guys will see on your screen now. We were having problems before where we'd see things and it would look really, really good, and then we would put it on the TV or the phone or something, and we're like, why does that look so not great? So that's what that's been about. Anyway, so yeah, this pattern calls for 5 different colors of yarn. I don't only have Superman colors, and I don't carry worsted weight yarn. But if I were to do this in my colorways right now, I would probably use Rockadoodle, Leopold, and Timey-Wimey. And I really did think about doing that. If I had had some Timey-Wimey that was pre-skeined, we probably would have, because I have the Rockadoodle and the Timey-Wimey. However, I don't carry black yarn, and I don't carry skin tone yarn, right? Other than, like, I guess Snuffy, which would be like, which should be like a really nice dark chocolatey brown skin tone, maybe. But I don't carry like lighter skin tone yarn or anything like that. So I went and got some acrylic worsted weight. I already had these colors right here. It was for a Pokemon hat that never happened. And this is Yarn Lane Impeccable from Loops and Threads. It's just a basic, you know, worsted acrylic yarn you can get from Michaels or Joann's. I got mine from Michaels. And then I went and picked up this blue. And this is the closest to skin tone I could find, and he's gonna look a little sallow and waxy, and that's okay. Maybe we'll color his cheeks a little bit. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Oh no! Where can you find those colorways? These colorways right here you can find at BossKittyShop.com. These ones you can find at Joann's or Michaels. They're pretty straightforward. So yeah, these are the colors we're gonna be using. These go for like $5 a pop, I think. I think we're starting with the skin tone, if I remember correctly, so I have to look at the pattern and tell you for sure. The downside to these is that they kind of sometimes have a center pull and sometimes they don't. I don't know if this does or not. I would prefer a center pull. I can force it to have a center pull if I really want to. Yeah, that's fine. That's not too far out there. We're gonna pop that back on there. I would have balled these up first, but let me tell you a little story. I'm the worst wife ever. I forgot that we were doing this today, and so I forgot to go pick up the yarn. Like I said, I had those 3 colors, but I did not have the blue or the skin tone color. I don't even know what color they call this. What do they call this? They call it heather. That's hilarious. I did not have the heather color, and so I ended up running to Michael's at 5:45 before the show, and I still got here in time. Oh, is it a Michael's exclusive, Killingsworth? Thank you. No clue. Tells you how often guys, I don't buy I don't buy yarn from the store very often. It just doesn't happen because I have so much yarn. So you can get this at Michael's. There you go. Michael's and only Michael's. Laura, you're busy with 2 jobs. Oh. Who's busy with 2 jobs? Lion Brand came out with a whole line of acrylic worsted weight skin tones. It's called Skin Tones. Oh my gosh, Rat, that's hilarious. Like, that's really, really, really funny. If I had had more time to think this through, I would have probably ended up doing something along those lines. But you know what? This is going to be great. So we'll go with it. Okay, so here's my roll of crochet hooks. I have an assortment here. If you haven't seen my crochet hook holder, this is this was made by C. Jane Sew. I don't think she's in business any longer, which is unfortunate. And it's done in the Exploding TARDIS fabric, and then the inside is lined with like this really nice universe-looking fabric. And we did a swap when we did a trunk show together. She got some yarn from me, and I got a beautiful little case from her. Okay, so it calls for size E and F. Looks like. So this is CD. This should be E. Nope, that's D. B, C, D, E. Yep. And F. We've got our crochet hooks. Yay. Oh, Superman has 2 jobs. He probably doesn't get out that much. I get it now. That is a great joke. Wow, I am off. You're probably right. I mean, I know that the sun makes him, you know, strong and stuff. I'm just going to rosy up his cheeks. I'll get a little fabric marker and just lightly put some blush on him. Maybe some mascara and some lip gloss. We want him to feel his best. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. Thank you so much, Yarn Pirate. Yeah, we do the giveaways every half an hour on the half hour. So the first one will be at 7 o'clock, which is in 20 minutes, then 7:30, and then 8 o'clock. There's 3 each night. The way that you are entered in to win is you just have to chat it up in the chat room the last 10 minutes before the half hour is up, and you are automatically entered. So 20 minutes from now, 19 minutes from now. Thank you so much, Yarn Pirate. Hello, Bubbles. How are you? You're taking back rows of lace. Oh, no. I'm so sorry. Can Superman get a tan? There is a comic book arc where, you know this, where Superman dies from cancer. So, that's a thing, right? Let's see here. You need to know magic ring, chain, single crochet, la 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 la. I need to have a stitch marker. They're very adamant about a stitch marker, so... We've got Hansel out here so that we can get a stitch marker or progress marker out. Words are hard, you guys. I think I'm going to use my Reddit one. Maybe. Yeah, probably. I really like the clasp on that one the best for progress markers. The lobster claw ones I have a hard time with. I could use this one, I suppose. We'll use one of those. Let's see how it goes. One of those and see how it goes. I know it's been so long since you guys have seen Hansel. I'm actually very afraid to have him out because of Gracie. You guys think that Mittens was mean to Hansel. Gracie would be terrible. Little eyeball. So cute. Love him so much. Plus, Mittens is never around, you guys, so I can have Hansel out. Okay. Samantha, I think we do. We have a fair amount, and they're all really, really good at their job. Oh, Killingsworth, thank you. So I got this years ago. We named him Hansel here on the show. He and Mittens are arch nemesis. Is Nemesis? I don't know how that works. We'll have to look into that. Mostly it's Mittens who has that issue, though. Whenever we bring Hansel out, Mittens would beat him up and throw him across the room. It was pretty sad. I felt bad for him. Such a cute little kitty. Under a red sun. Ha ha! Yarn Pirate, that's good. I love it. Okay, so work in continuous rounds. Mark the beginning of each round with a stitch marker. Do not join rounds with a slip stitch or turn unless stated otherwise. If you normally crochet loosely, you may want to use a smaller hook size to tighten up your stitches. Start stuffing as you go. Oh, shite. I left my stuffing in the other room. So if TK's watching, I might have him grab my stuffing for me. If he's not, we'll figure something out. I had everything except for the stuffing. Curses. Nemesis? Oh, that still is balls, Bubbles. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Samantha. I will keep that in mind. The BK lore. I should have BK archives, right? That'd be great. Okay, arms. Make 2 skin color arms. But you don't tell me what size needle to use. Like, dude. How about you let me know which needle size to use? Let's see here. Cool. You don't say anything in the notes about you're going to use this needle all the time. Change to blue yarn. Okay. Legs make 2. Change to blue. I'm looking for somewhere where it says to go to a different size hook so I know. Oh man, right off the bat I'm going to be like, hey, you need to tell people what size hook to use. Change to blue yarn. I'm wondering if the hair is made with a different hook. Oh, or maybe this one is. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't say anything there either, but I'm gonna guess. Yep. Okay, so this one, the 3.5, the E, right here. This is actually for the Superman logo, so I don't need this right now. I'm mostly gonna be using my F hook. My hook. Happy birthday, TK! Are you cool enough in there? It's so hot. It is hot, but I have a I have an air conditioner running in here. I dragged that sucker all the way in here today. Come hell or high water, I was not missing tonight's show. It is normally the same hook throughout. That's why I was confused. I could use any size I want, and that is very true. In fact, when we made, and he's not done yet, but you can see him in the background. He's supposed to be a dragon. I don't have his wings or anything on him right now, or his ears, because I procrastinate. But when we made the second jelly bean over here, we did him in, no, the first one was in worsted weight, and I used a different hook size, and it was much bigger. And then this one's in DK weight with the hook size they recommend. He's smaller, and I kind of wish I had done it the other way around again. I am using an F hook. They're clover hooks. They're pretty basic, although I do have the fancy hooks too. I gotta be honest with you guys though, I'm not as much of a fan of the Furls hooks as I am of the of my clover hooks. I love the handles on them. They're really great, but I'm not a fan of the hook on them. They're too pointed and there's too much hook, so my yarn gets caught on it. I even have a metal one that I tried instead. Love the handle. But, yeah, I'm not a fan of the hook part of it. So, it's really, really disappointing. Hello, Alice. Well, thank you, Samantha. You saw the photo before it started? Oh, thank you. What went awry with your super bright sweater? Okay, let's look at the sweater real quickly. Eventually, we'll get to this. So here is the sweater. You guys remember how big it was last time? What went awry is that these are all increases right here. And I was supposed to do, after you do the first like 3 increases, you're supposed to do an increase row and then knit, 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 increase. Before it was an increase row, knit, an increase row, knit. And I missed the part where you're supposed to move to an increase row, knit, 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 increase. So I got like all the way down here and I was like, man, that looks really short and wide, and it was very confusing. And then I looked back at the pattern and I was like, oh no, no. So I had to pull it all out. I went past color changes. It's, as long as I don't have to go back to the short rows, I'm okay. I'm not going to complain about it. You like the furl metal ones? Yeah, and I might try my metal one again. Just see, because I've only tried it once. But I think of the 2, that's the one I prefer. Too sticky for you. Yeah. You have an important question. Are crocheted dicks in progress allowed in show and tell? Yes, they are. They are for now, until TK says that we shouldn't because of some standards, so I'll probably ask him before we show it in show and tell. But thank you so much for asking first. I mean, we totally crocheted a peen on the show with Wisdom Queen at one point. It had glue balls and everything. It was very impressive. Do I stretch my neck? I do stretch my neck. Stretch time will be halfway through the show, so that's probably going to be around 7:30-ish, we'll say. Ish. Big old ish there. Around 7:30-ish. Okay, let's make a hand, you guys. There's a lot of pictures in this pattern, so that's impressive. So single crochet into a magic ring. Oh, magic rings. I love you. You're really the only way I ever want to start crochet. I say as I awkwardly start this one. There we go. Oh, it's so weird to go from knit to crochet again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, nerd, do you want to come here and show it off? He just got the new piece for the cameras. He's very excited. Okay, then we're gonna close our little ring here. And we're going to go ahead and put a progress marker right here. Like so. And then I can just keep on trucking. Maybe. Maybe I can keep on trucking. There we go. You can pass them off as microphones at this point. Fair enough. There you go. Or mushrooms. People without arms or legs or faces. That works too. When I remember, that's the key word right there, isn't it? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to go into here. And it says round 2 increase in each stitch around. So we're going to do just 1, 2, 1, 2. Man, this yarn is so chunky, you guys. Not used to it. It's 3 repeats. This will be 4 repeats. 5 repeats. And here's the final repeat, number 6. 1, 2. Pull this guy right off here. So let's just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's perfect. Okay. And then one single crochet in each stitch around. Okay, for the next 2 rows. Oh no, Sage Fitz, I'm so sorry. We try to keep her in line because it's important to us that she take care of herself. It's true, and thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. Okay, one question at a time. So let's see here. Favorite food is ice cream, particularly radioactive mint green chocolate, mint chocolate chip. So like that radioactive kind of green colored mint chocolate chip. Well, hello there, Miss Kim Lloyd. We are celebrating your son's birthday by making him a Superman amigurumi, aka Stuffy. So I'm making a hand right now. Does it look like Superman's hand? Because it is Superman's hand. Forbidden noodles. Do not eat it. They do look like forbidden noodles, don't they? If I could crochet one thing for the rest of my life, what would it be and why? If I was only allowed to crochet one thing for the rest of my life, I wouldn't crochet. Because I would get really, really tired of it and I'd start to hate crochet, and I never want to feel that way. In fact, TK and I were just talking about this today. We were talking, I was outside, I was cleaning more of the fleece. So I've got about 3/8 of it done right now, cleaning wise. And he was like, I'm really proud of you for doing this. And I've also taken up, like trying to learn calligraphy. We'll see how that goes. It's a hot mess right now, but we'll see what happens. And we were talking about taking up new hobbies and looking into learning new things. And I said that it was really important to me because for years, all I've done is dye yarn, knit and crochet, knit and crochet, knit and crochet, dye yarn. I mean, I get to play D&D and I get to paint my miniatures, and that's me time for sure. But I've gotten to a point with knitting and crochet where a lot of the time it just feels like I'm working, right? And I don't really want to dislike either one of those things, and I'm certainly not at that point, but I want to add other things into my life so that this is still a type of variety. It's not the everyday thing that I do. It might be the thing I do the most, aside from jibber jabber, but it won't be the only thing I do. So if I could only crochet one thing for the rest of my life, I just wouldn't crochet. I'd rather stop crocheting and remember it fondly than do it for the rest of my life and hate it. There's my very, very long answer. Your ADHD and BK's ADHD combined could be a... It's true. Oh my gosh. You've no idea. That was another thing. So I told you guys that they have officially diagnosed me with ADHD, which obviously I'm going all over the place, and they've put me on medication for it, which is very exciting, and it seems to be working. It's been almost a month now, and it's weird. I feel this thing in my brain where I'm like, oh, I can focus on things much easier than I could before, but I don't have the tools to organize or focus on those things and put it to good use because I've never learned those tools. So that's a totally different frustrating thing to have to deal with now. You have a calligraphy book? What? Lara, oh my goodness. Stop. Okay, fine. You can make fun of me because it's your pre-birthday. Did you see your happy birthday? We did happy birthday for you. Did you miss it? You're the worst birthday person ever. Did you say hi to your mom? We should have a calligraphy night. Lettering or the whole process of a dip pen? Right now, just lettering. Cursive and calligraphy. I'm just going through all of it, basically. Just lettering at the moment. However, probably later stuff with dip pens and fountain pens. Because I really want to look into fountain pens. You guys, we only have 4 minutes until the first round of games and goof 'em ups, and let me tell you that we have changed everything. You no longer have to decide what you're going to do. This is how this works, kiddos. You guys still need to chat it up in chat right now in order to be eligible. I will still pick a winner. That winner does not automatically get a $5 gift card. They get to roll on the wheel of stuff, and the wheel has everything on it. It's got gift cards, it's got the $5 gift credit, it's got the Adject Animal Sounds blinkies on there, like everything's on there. And we'll just keep adding stuff to it, maybe take stuff out, put new stuff in there, like it's going to be a whole thing. So that's how it's going to work from now on. So all you have to do, instead of trying to decide what you want to do, all you have to do is let me know you're still here so that you can spin that wheel. I'm doing this, it's the table. And it means that the, why? I don't understand though, because it's not touching the table, is it? It was just the table. Oh, you know what it is? It's not the camera moving, it's the table moving when I do that. Interesting. This wheel is so exciting. Was told therapy plus meds already. Yeah, it's a process. I play the is the undiagnosed ADHD or symptom of my other day weekly. Seriously, right? Okay, so we're gonna do 2 rounds of just stitching where we are. So there's 1, 2, 3. There we go. Good job. Oh, thank you, Froggy Jen. We try to keep things new and exciting around here. Hi, Precious Yarnery. How are you today? It's so good to see you. Melissa Crochets, how are you? I apologize. I missed your comment last Monday, or this last Monday, where you mentioned that you got your yarn and that you were going to do an unboxing. How did that go, and do you like the color we chose? We have a lot of blues, so when you said blues, TK was like, oh my gosh, go with this one. Okay. So, if you're just joining us, welcome, welcome. We are working on a Superman amigurumi for TK's birthday, since that's tomorrow. Okay. And we got 1 minute, you guys, until games and goof 'em ups. Oh, thank you. I will keep that in mind, Samantha. I generally try to just go by whatever people have on their as their username, because it gets a little confusing, especially with a lot of the people who came over from Twitch, because I can memorize that, but not everybody else knows them by that. So it makes it easier for the viewers and for me. Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. Here, you can have some confetti. I appreciate that. Okay, you guys, guess what? It is 7 o'clock. It means it's time for... Thank you. I need to replace them. They're getting old and grungy. Okay, so we've got games and goof 'em ups. This is going to be really, really simple. The way this is going to work is that I am just going to pick a winner. Once that winner has been picked, then I get to spin the wheel of stuff. That's it. The end. Life goes on, right? Okay, so exclamation mark winner. Let's see who it's gonna be. There we go. No worries on that at all. Sage Fits, congratulations! You are our first contestant of the evening. That's fantastic. So I'm gonna get the wheel up. You just I know you're here because we were just talking. And we'll go ahead. I heard you. It's literally just, I don't know if we need to, because it's never happened before. I don't know if we need to stabilize it again or what. So we'll have to figure that out. Sorry, you guys. Okay, Sage Fits, let me get the wheel up for you. Are you ready? Maybe I should, you know, go to the workspace first. There we go. Oh my gosh, guys. There it is, right there. It's got a mittens bomb. What the hell is a mittens bomb? What is a mittens bomb? Oh god. Oh god, I have to hide Hansel again. I just finally brought Hansel back out. Okay, so we've got a mittens bomb in there. Means mittens will appear out of nowhere. Adject animal sounds, free shipping instead of that $5 gift credit. You guys get free shipping. Is that international and domestic? So that is international or domestic shipping. Keep that in mind. That's a big deal, you guys. There are some game overs on there. We've got a $10 Ravelry gift card or $10 Ravelry pattern merch code, which is for buttons and stickers. We've got Blinky rolls on there, dad jokes. I think that's it. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. Let's spin that wheel for you, Sage Fits. So exciting! It's another merch code! Oh my gosh, we're going to be handing out all the buttons and stickers. Congratulations!
Congratulations, you're a winner!
Sage Fits, I just need you to DM me on Discord with whatever email address you want us to send that code over to. Please, please, please don't forget to do that, because if you forget, I'll forget, and it's a hot mess. Congratulations, that code will work for 1 button or 1 sticker. Your choice. Okay. Goodbye, wheel. See you in about half an hour.
Goodbye.
Okay, that's how it works, you guys. We'll do it again in half an hour's time or so. Samantha, we do a show on every Monday and every Wednesday. So we'll have another show on Monday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. Hi, Kelly Creates. How are you today? Welcome. It's so exciting to see a new face. And thank you so much for the sub. I've got TK over here just whispering things in my ear. He's so adorable. I love him. He's so good at his producing. Okay. Kelly, we would love to know all of the amazing, crafty, good stuff that you do. Tell us all about it. Are you a crocheter? Are you a knitter? Are you a weaver? Are you a cook? Are you an artist? Are you an interpretive dancer? A mime? A puppeteer? I'm really just trying to reach at this point, but we want to know all about it. Okay, 1, 2. Let's see. Did I put that in the right one? I did. So we're just doing single crochets all around again, just like on the last row. There's 2 rows of that, and it's just making a, well, you guys know how this works. It's making kind of a tube, because it's his little hand. I almost called it a handball. Oh my gosh. I'm going to end up getting kicked off YouTube just because of accidental things that I say and don't actually mean. That will be the end of Boss Kitty. You've been doing string art as well. Oh my gosh, string art is so fascinating to me. It kind of reminds me of Connect the Dots when I was a kid, where, you know, you put the dots down and you have no idea what's going to happen or what's going to be created or anything else a lot of the time. So it's exciting. We'd love to see some of your artwork actually. If you head over to our Discord, you can go into the Boss Kitty Live section. There's a channel called Show and Tell. And at 8 o'clock each night, the very end of the show, we go through and we show everything that's in there. It's super fun. Generally, it takes about half an hour to 15 minutes. And the community is really supportive. And it's really inspirational. Like, there's a lot of times where people will post something and somebody else is like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do that. You've inspired me to try it. We share a lot of recipes for food that way. Okay, there we go. That is our 2 rows. Just like that. Oh, he's going to be big. That's his hand. Oh my gosh. Kim's Crochets and Knits. That was the longest 5 minutes ever. Hi, everyone. Found you through Melissa. Oh, thank you. And thank you. Shout out to Melissa as well. You guys are so kind. Welcome, Kim. Obviously, you crochet and knit. Do you do anything else? We want to hear all about it. Tell us. What is your favorite yarn to knit and crochet with? What is the most difficult pattern you've ever dealt with that you threw out the window and screamed at like an angry sailor? I just did. You're 30 seconds behind. Once again, happy birthday to the wonderful TK, my partner in crime, who puts all this together. His birthday is tomorrow, and we are making him a Superman amigurumi. And if you want to wish him a happy birthday, you can do that by pushing the like button. The more likes we have, the happier he gets. He's like a little boy when that happens. It's adorable. We're like the good bra of communities. We lift and support. Without the separation, though. Like, we don't do the lift and separate. We lift and support, kind of mush it together. We give great cleavage. God. Happy birthday, TK. Thank you, Carmen. Okay, so we've done our 2 rows. 3 and 4. 5 is decrease. And then so we're going to do a decrease, and then we're going to do 2 single crochets. So we're going to repeat that 3 times. I think I can do that. Okay. I can be clever about this. Pop this guy right back on here. Boop. Decrease, then 2. More like a demi-bra. There we go. Yes. You love fingering weight yarns. You knit, crochet, spin, dye, all the fun fiber art crafts. Oh my gosh. You're like my best fiber arts friend ever. I feel you on that. So we obviously dye yarn. There's a whole lot of yarn behind us. These 2 beautiful boxes over here are actually getting ready to go into grab bags, which will be available on the, how did I say, the 26th? I think it's Friday. Yeah. Friday the 26th to our patrons for 48 hours only first, and then they'll be available to the public. These are all kind of like one-offs. We call them orphans. And I've got some speckled gradients to go in there too. And the grab bags are 3 skeins of yarn. It doesn't matter what type of yarn it is, for $60. And that could be speckled gradients, that could be kitty glitter, that could be BKDK, it could be fingering weight, cat's cradle, all of it. The big thing is you just don't know what colorways you're going to get. It's a lot of fun. We have the community swaps a lot of the time after they get them, or they keep them and make beautiful things out of them. But then we also have all our other yarn over at bosskittyshop.com. Oh, that's amazing, Samantha. You only dye for you, not for sale, so you'll have to try some of your yarns. Oh, I would be super excited if you did. I started dyeing yarn mostly because I wanted to buy a spinning wheel. I was like, this will be an easy way to make some money so I can buy a spinning wheel. And then 6 years later, here we are. No spinning wheel. I actually have a spinning wheel, but my mother gave it to me as a gift. I did not purchase it for myself. But yeah, it just it grew from that, and I was like, well, crud, I really like this. I enjoy doing it, and I enjoy making really bright colors that people get excited about. That's the part I love the most. Plus, we've turned it into this whole brand and community with everybody. It's kind of more of a lifestyle, and I dig that a lot. I dig the community vibe and supportive aspect that comes with it. Boop. Look, I love when a plan comes together, kids. Look at that little hand. Being all hand-like. And then we're back at the beginning. There's my little ball hand. Oh my gosh. It fits on my finger. Check it out. It's a little janky looking. I'm not really that worried about it. Burp, 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 burp. Oh, that's great. I can't wait till tomorrow's the big day, though. I can't wait either. You buy from independent dyers from all of them. You're a sock knitter. Love knitting socks. We have a whole array of fingering weight yarn and sock weight yarn. And it is for socks. It's mostly, it's merino and nylon, though we do have some fingering weight that is our kitty glitter line. And I know people have made socks out of that as well. But it's a little less nylon so that there's some stellina in there, I think, is how that works. Itty bitty finger warmer in a weird sallowy wax color. Okay. So we've done that 3 times. What's next? Well, I should have 9 stitches is what this thing is telling me. And I have a feeling maybe I don't. We're going to find out though. Okay. You are in that one, so it doesn't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I do have 9 stitches. Huzzah, you guys. That's right. 9 stitches right here. I forgot to ask TK to get me the stuffing in the closet. So, quick little note so people know. I don't use polyfill. I mean, I do use polyfill, but we have these really, really, really ugly pillows from this old couch that we got. And it came with like 12 of the ugliest pillows I've ever seen. And so I took those pillows and I ripped their skin off. Mostly because the fabric matched the couch in some places. And so when my jerky ass cat would scratch at the side of the couch, I could patch it. It's up there on the top. Just don't die. There's also some by my computer and office. You can do that, or there's a bag of it in the bedroom by my desk. Either way works, whatever's easiest for you. So that's why we did that. But the inside is this green kind of polyfill. They're cheapy little pillows. And so I use that because I'm recycling it and because a lot of the stuff I was making was green, so it worked well. We'll see how it works for this. It's in a tote bag. I'm the worst. Okay. Oh, you are the best. You're amazing. What's in this tote bag? This is my Sweet Honey tote bag. It's got green polyfill in it. So we'll be using some of that. Let's put that off over here. Make some pillow colors for your pillows. You should. You have ugly pillows. You should not do what I did. You should actually make something with them. I mean, I guess I am making stuff with this, but I gutted these things. I am a pillow serial killer at this point. What else is in here? Look, there's a bag within a bag. And it's empty. That's nice. This is a hot mess of whatever. We've got some mohair ball in here. This is what happens when I'm cleaning and I find random yarn everywhere and I'm like, oh, you guys, look, my old bow tie. from when I still wore a bow tie as Boss Kitty. That's uncomfortable. I don't wear it very often. We've got some old coldest ice in here. I think... Let's see. I think that there are pieces to my Cthulhu I haven't finished. Yep. So here is the boy Cthulhu. This is the TK Cthulhu. This is one of his little feetsies. I need to finish him. All his little bits are in here. Like here's his squiggly beard thing. So we'll finish that later someday. That goes back in here too. There we go. But for now, we'll focus on this instead. You could also use fabric scraps if you have them. That's a great idea too. You can absolutely use fabric scraps. I actually recommend, if you're making dolls for babies, I recommend that over polyfill. Because babies are rough on stuff and it's not going to squeeze out the way it will with this stuff. Gave her 9 stitches. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I've never been so excited about 9 stitches in my life. Ooh, this yarn likes to split. Oh well. We'll deal with it. Okay. I just own the one right now, Samantha. You have 2 very ugly pillows. They came with the couch. It's like that retro camo looking pattern that you... Yeah, right? Ours are this were this dark denim blue. And then they had like random inspirational words on the backside and like embroidery of Paris or something. I don't know. I don't know. They did not go with our motif. But the blue for the couch, the solid blue, was fine. Like it was pretty versatile and quiet, I guess is a good word. It went with a lot of stuff. It was just kind of a background piece and it was durable. But those pillows, man. I was not having it. Okay, so we've done those. Now it wants us to change to the blue yarn. Okay, so all that for that. It's adorable. Let's take your guts out here. Just a quick reminder, it is 7:16, so you guys have 15 minutes until our next round of games and Goop 'em Ups. Remember that 10 minutes before the game, you will want to chat it up in chat, and you can only do that if you are a subscriber. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, what are you waiting for? It's free. I'm amazing, I've been told. We are all freaking hoot and riot, and you want to chat it up with us because it's fun. It's a lot of fun, and you might win something. So push that subscribe button. You've got it'll to make you wait 5 minutes to talk to us just because we want to avoid trolls if at all possible. TK is very, very, very protective of me and you guys and the show, and so he's taking a lot of measures to try to make sure that we don't get bombarded by trolls or stinky buttholes that want to come in here and just be jerks. And I appreciate that. That's very sweet of him. Thus, the 5-minute wait period is an example. Let's put this over here for now. So it took me forever and a year to figure out that when you change colors, you actually have to change it before the end of your last stitch. Like it took me a really long time to realize that. And I was like, what am I doing wrong? And then I think it was somebody in here who actually, I think it was Dio who gave me that information. So Dio, I know you're not in here right now, but thank you so much. Okay, and I'm just going to shove this right up in here because I know that TK is not going to play with this. It's going to sit on a shelf somewhere. If I was making this for a baby, maybe I would try to weave the ends in or something, but it's not necessary. In fact, these are probably just going to sit out for a little bit like that until I've got more space for it. Okay, so we'll do that. Tighten this bad boy up a little bit. There we go. Bye, Kim. Thanks for stopping by. You'll talk to me tomorrow? Okay, sweet. Thanks for stopping by, and thank you for calling your son. I appreciate that. I'm sure you're going to call and sing to him tomorrow. There's so many trolls and bullies out currently, so that's awesome to make. Thank you. I think so, too. It's really sweet of him. Stinky buttholes are not patient. They are not, exactly. They'll try to subscribe, and they'll be like, what's this 5-minute BS? I'm out of here. And then they'll scratch their dirty, stinky armpit and leave, and get snot on their nose, and I don't know. I'm making assumptions about stinky buttholes, and I probably shouldn't, but whatever. Their personality is stinky. Speak of the devil. I was talking about the fact that you taught me how to change colors for crochet. You taught me a bunch of stuff about crochet, so I was just loving you up is all. Hello, Dio. Jesse from Texas. Okay. Dio Lurk is gonna lurk. Okay, so we're changing to blue. So rounds 6 through 12, we're just going to do a single crochet in each stitch. I'm not going to put my stitch marker on there for the first stitch because the colors changed, so I know damn well where it is. If I don't, then I need to have words with myself later. Because clearly I've been drinking if that's the case, and I know I haven't been. Ooh, you know what though? There is a delicious, delicious beer in the fridge right now that we found at World Market. It's my favorite and TK's favorite beer. It's a sour ale, I think is what it is. I think we're saving it for his birthday though, which is really tomorrow. So, hello, Split Yarn. There's also some really yummy chocolate in the fridge that he forgot about, and I shouldn't say that right now because then he'll remember that it's in there. Did you get into the beer? Oh, it's milk. I was just talking about the beer that's in the fridge. And then you came in here with a pint-looking glass, and I thought maybe you were drinking it. But then I looked and saw that it was milk, and they don't look the same. I thought it was just really frothy, maybe. But you are eating the chocolate. You jerk. I lied. He found the chocolate. Curses. You have a manga tell me. Give me a recommendation. I don't like beer, but I love sour beers. They're so good. Or like the fruity beers and things like that. They're so delicious. Okay. So that was our first round. And this is technically the end of it right here. So we'll go ahead and put this right here. And then we'll continue on. Oh, Superman. This is a good Superman blue. Timey-wimey's a little too dark and intense for Superman blue, especially Golden Age or Silver Age Superman. Get into the 90s, I guess, when everything's hardcore and overly muscly and boobalicious. Sure. Early 90s, you got Superman with a mullet. Nobody needs to know about that. Hmm? No, why? Birthday treats are the best treats. I agree, Jesse. They're delicious. So we've been trying to eat really well. We've been trying to be mindful of what we are putting in our body. I say as he eats a piece of chocolate. So I asked him what he wanted for his birthday meal, and he's not given me anything. And I suspect because it's usually like really bad for you foods. Like normally he wants, I don't know, cornbread waffles, and gravy instead of biscuits and gravy. Cornbread waffles and gravy, so freaking good. Or chicken fried steak. He's for breakfast people around here. Or Nanaimo bars. Or I make a really, really good lavender cake with lemon filling and frosting and a nice buttercream frosting on top. That kind of stuff like that. Everybody needs to know about Mullet Superman to avoid Mullet Superman. Seriously. You just read Box of Light, and it's about a convenience store that is located between life and death. Each chapter follows a slightly different story, and there's a darkness kitty. So it's called Box of Light. Will you throw that in Discord, just in general chat, so I remember it later? Because I want to check that out. That sounds beautiful. Hmm? Auto cucumber. Oh my gosh. So what are your guys' favorite birthday treats? Like when you're birthdaying it up, what is your favorite thing to chow down on for your birthday? I'm curious. I want to know what people love for their birthday. Okay, so we're going to pop this back in right here. Like so, and keep on going. Ooh, I do not want that Windows update right now. Lemon meringue pie. Oh, super duper. It's so delicious. You're not wrong with that one. Lemon meringue pie is so good, especially if like it's got a really high and fluffy meringue on it. I've been making these banana pancakes, but all it is a banana mashed up with egg white and a little bit of nutmeg and just some baking powder, and you whip it up until it's really, really, really frothy, and then you scoop it up and put it on your pan, and your pan's hot at that point, right? And it's like a banana meringue cookie. I don't know how else to explain it, except for it doesn't have the stiffness that a cookie has. And they're kind of hard to flip. It takes some time to get that part down, but the banana on the outside caramelizes when it cooks. You don't need any syrup with it. The texture's a little weird at first, but it's really, really, really good. Okay, so I got really excited about this. Now you're getting hungry. That's what we do at this show. We either talk crafty stuff or we talk food. We can't help it. 9 times out of 10, if you tell me that you have to go eat, I insist that you tell me what you're making before you leave. Oh, cupcakes. I cake a lot, so cupcakes are pretty perfect. Like this, the cake to icing ratio on those are delicious, and if they have filling, that's even better. You get birthday donuts, maple bars. Oh my gosh, that sounds delicious. When you're in the office, one of your coworkers bought a pumpkin spice bundt cake with cream cheese frosting. What? Oh, that's sweet, Miss Monster. The idea that you guys do that all together. Yeah, they're really, really good pancakes. Like, stupid good. Crafts and food are two of your favorite things. I feel like that should just be like the general consensus of the world. I feel like world peace would come from food and crafting. Okay, I don't even know how many roads I've done at this point. We'll figure it out, though. Just slide that right off, like so. You guys have 4 minutes until the next round of games and goof 'em ups. Remember, you need to talk here in chat. If you haven't subscribed already, now's the time to do it. And then if you've chatted it up with us in the past 10 minutes, once we hit 7:30, so anytime between 7:20 and 7:30, then you are eligible to be the next contestant. Look at that little hand. It's so cute, you guys. He's got a little Superman power punch already. Bam, 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 bam. Superman, no! Before I went to pick up the yarn from Michael's, when I was going to use my blue and I didn't have any black and I wasn't sure what I was going to do, TK was like, don't you have some undyed DK yarn? I was like, yeah, I guess. He's like, so just put the S on there backwards and make me a Bizarro. I still might do it. It might still happen. He might still get a Bizarro after I make this one. Fantastic, Samantha. I didn't realize Nightbot had done that. He's just a little guy. Yeah, the hour difference for sure. We are Pacific time over here. It does make it a little difficult for our East Coast viewers. I am aware of that. That's why we only go till 9, is because I know you guys get pretty sleepy. We would start earlier if I didn't have to work a 9-to-5 job. It makes it difficult, though. Okay. Go. Perfect. But it does mean that it makes the VOD even that much better. I know we've got a few viewers, but that's primarily how they watch us. Do I ship to Canada? Yes, we do ship to Canada. We ship anywhere. We'll ship to the moon if you've got an address. Somewhere in a little tiny town in Sweden, there's Boss Kitty Yarn, which makes my day. But yeah, we have lots of Canadian viewers and clientele, actually. Someday, I will go to Canada. That's a goal. TK and I talked about it for my 40th, which is next year, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Oh my gosh, I'd love to see that for sure. Oh, thank you, Killing's Worth It. There's always the replay, 100%. Oh, my tummy is all grumbly. I had my dinner at 3:30. And it was leftover street tacos that TK went out for a birthday dinner with my brother and my dad, and I guess they got street tacos and they brought me leftovers, which was very sweet of them. And I will probably make some breakfast for second dinners. Oh my goodness, do you have a birthday kitty? Did you get a kitty for your birthday? Hello, Gracie. What's up? What's up, Buttercup? You gonna say hi to people, or are you gonna look away from the camera? There we go. Say hi. This is Gracie May. She stands outside of the door and she meows very loudly because she can't stand to be away from people. And then Daddy brings her in and she gets super quiet, don't you? Yes, you do. Have kisses. Yuck. Every time. Fall for it every time. Did she get you? I'm sorry. Every time. You got me through quarantine. I don't care how late it's got to be. Oh, thank you. You guys are so sweet. I have seen it, Samantha. I haven't tried making it, though. Though there is a blanket that I really, really want to make out of BK yarn. And I think it might happen. I did purchase the blanket for it. Have you guys seen the... I don't remember what it's called. I'll have to look it up. Give me 1 second and I'll see if I can find it. It's beautiful. It looks like stained glass. It's got all these little hexagons on it, but it's knit. It's not crocheted. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's supposed to be doing, I think it's 6 through 12. Yeah, so 6 rows is what I need to do. We're getting there, though. Getting through it. Isn't she? You can have her if you want her, Melissa. She's a little stinker. So, pet time story. I am covered in scratches from my knees to my ankles at the moment because Gracie, who is 1.5 years old, versus Con, who is 8 years old. Gracie is a lynx point, so she's a tabby and Siamese mix, and Con is just a tabby. Super cute cats, very lovey. They absolutely adore each other, except for when they don't. Con likes to get up on the bed when we go to sleep and curl up behind my knees and just go to bed. Gracie likes to attack Con, curl up next to my face, and then get in the blankets between me and her dad, and then get out and attack her brother again. And so she was going through this routine, and she's been really thrown off lately because they both have. Because I've been going to bed much earlier than normal because I've been working 10-hour days for overtime and then doing the show and a bunch of other stuff. So I've been pretty tired. So it's been throwing them off, and she attacked him, Con. He jumped out of bed, jumped back on the bed, caught my knee, and hung there for dear life. Yes, we can do stretches after the game, and it is time for games. Let's get that done. Just 1 second here. Second set of games. That song gets stuck in my head. Okay. It's time, my dears, for games and goof 'em ups. I'm gonna select a random winner. And as long as they haven't already won today or in the last 2 weeks, like win in the last 2 weeks, then they are our contestant. Catastrophe, congratulations! You are our next contestant on games and goof 'em ups. You did zoomies to your cats? What is zoomies? Oh my gosh, Lara, tell me all about zoomies. And does it... I mean, my cats get the zoomies, but I didn't know this was a thing you could do with your cats. Catastrophe, you get to roll on the wheel of stuff. I think that you have yarn to pick up too, so this will be convenient, actually. Okay, once again, we have merch codes, which are good for buttons and stickers. These guys right here. Here's a sticker. Here's a button. Right now, when we send out our buttons, we tape the back of it so it doesn't undo and hurt you when you pull it out. I need to get like button backs, but I don't have them right now. That would have involved thinking that far in advance. We've got Blinky rolls on there. We have Mittens Bomb. We have Dad Jokes, Adject Animal Sounds, free shipping, which is huge. Game Over. Yeah, it's on there. And then we have that $10 Ravelry pattern code. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and spin that wheel. Oh my gosh, it's another merch code. I feel like there's a magnet on this thing. There you go, Catastrophe.
Congratulations, you're a winner!
You'll just want to go ahead and send me your email to get that code. In your case, because you have yarn to pick up anyway, we'll figure out, I'll see if TK can send you a free shipping code too, so that you don't have to pay the shipping on that button or sticker, so you can just get it when you pick everything else up. We'll figure it out. Just send me an email to send it to. Congratulations, though, that's fantastic. We'll bring the wheel back in about half an hour. Until then, goodbye, wheel.
Goodbye.
Okay. Wheel of Morality. Turn, turn, turn. Show us the lessons that we have learned. Okay, and now it's time for stretches, somebody told me. So Samantha, you asked when we were going to do stretches, and this is the perfect time. It's about 7:35. We've got about half an hour to an hour left of the show. I've been crocheting. My little Superman has a little Superman punch hand. So cute, you guys. So it is time for us to stretch. We're going to start by taking your left or right arm, whichever you do you, whatever one you want to start with, and you extend it out. And then you take your other arm and you lose your buttons and you just kind of hold it over the elbow to kind of stretch your back. You're just stretching your like shoulder blades and along here, which is really nice. There we go. What are some of your guys' favorite stretches? I know we do the same ones every single time, but I would love to know what some of your guys' favorite stretches are. I love this stretch. I do this stretch all day long. I like to do the leg equivalent of this stretch too, where you sit on the floor and you take one leg and put it over the other, and then you turn the other way. The first time I ever did that was in college yoga, and my back went pop, 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 pop in the middle of a very quiet class. Then you take the Ramblin' Rod button that you lost, because it's your favorite button and you don't want to lose it. And your auntie gave it to you. Come on. Stick it back on your vest there, just like so. Okay. Next, we're going to go ahead and you're going to take your hand basically, and you're going to press your other hand down on it so that you are bending this part of your wrist. You don't want to bend too hard, so don't apply pressure, but don't apply so much that it hurts. You're just trying to stretch this part of your arm. You like doing wrist circles. They're so satisfying. They're my favorite. That's why I saved them for the last part of this. It's the popping. I love the popping so much. I know it's not good that it pops so much, but I do love it. It's just air in between the joints, right? That's all that is. That's what somebody told me once. Your favorite stretches are hip stretches, because I joke that I have old lady hips. Oh my gosh, Killing's worth it. You and me both, lady. Like, my hips are so tight. It happened for me. It happened after I busted my knee. Like, because they didn't fix it immediately, it meant that I started walking funny. So now I'm extending my hand all the way out, or my arm all the way out. I've got my hand extended up like this, like I'm in the Supremes, and I'm talking about Stop in the Name of Love. I'm gonna take my other hand and hold on to my fingers, and I'm stretching this area right here. You can see it this way as well. There you go. I know, right? It's so important to stretch your body, Kim. You are absolutely correct about that. I don't do it nearly often enough. I sit all day for my job, and then I sit to knit and crochet, and I sit here, and there's a lot of sitting in my life. And I love to play D&D, and trust me that most of that is done sitting down. Although I do tend to stand for a lot of that because I get really overly excited. But you should be stretching at least every hour, if not every half an hour, if you can, Just even if all you're doing is getting up and just kind of moving around a little bit. Of inflammation. That's good to know. Okay, and so now we're just going to roll those wrists out. And yes, they do pop. Sometimes one wrist will pop more than the other for me. You do need to do it now. That's why we're doing them. We're doing them together. So feel free to stretch with us. Ah, so good, you guys. So good. Just sitting here and stretching our wrists. Rotating them. Okay, so now we're going to go to our workspace area. We're going to do our finger exercises. So you got your hands out. And you're just going to start rotating your fingers. And I start with my thumbs. You should probably keep them down like this. This is not the most graceful thing. Some of you are probably much better at this than I am. I like to do it about 20 times in one direction and then about 20 times in the other direction. Yeah, amigurumi is really hard on the wrists and hands. You're holding things in very awkward positions. You're creating something that has a lot of resistance and you can't see the inside of it, and it's tiny little tubes. So, and you're trying to crochet tighter than you might normally try to crochet. You're generally using a hook that is not really the right size for that because you're trying to create such a tight fabric. So you end up with really holding your crochet hook really tightly. Everything's just gripped really tight, and not only is your tension tight, but your tension is tight too. So stretching for amigurumi is really important. I always think when I'm doing amigurumi, I always feel like I am 16 years old again, learning to drive a car. Like both hands on the wheel, white knuckled, sitting there, like just stiff as a board with my knees bent, and oh, it's terrible. I remember sitting at a red light, and I needed to turn left. And there were cars in front of, coming the other way. And so I ended up missing it. I went through the green light into the red light again. And the car behind me just started honking. And I was near tears. And my dad felt so bad for me. He's like, you have to do it. Once it turns, if you have to do it on the yellow light, do it on the yellow light. But you just got to do it. You got to trust yourself. I hated it. This one I can feel all the way up here. And we'll go the other way real quickly. It's weird because there's a 30-second delay in the show, and I'm looking at the show while I'm doing this. And as I'm moving my pinky fingers, I'm watching my ring fingers move. And I'm like, what the hell is happening? That is not the finger I'm moving. Woo! That was weird. Okay, so we are all stretched out and good to go. We're going to get back to our crochet. Just remember, in about 20 minutes, we're going to do our final round of games and goof 'em ups. And then we're going to go to show and tell, kiddos. So let me check real quickly to see how show and tell is looking right now. There's my pattern share. Ooh, there's some good stuff in here, but we could always use more. So if you have something to show off, now's the time to do it. Head over to our Discord. All you have to do is type !Discord. It'll pop right up. Go to our show and tell channel. Put your works in progress in there. Put your finished objects in there. Put pictures of things you're proud of in there. I don't care. We want to see it. The community wants to see it. It's so much fun, and it's so exciting to go over the stuff that you guys are doing. That's why you don't drive. Carmen, I don't blame you. We had our accident about 2 years ago, and I had a really hard time driving for a long time after that. Although, I have a harder time as a passenger, and I think that's because I was a passenger in the car. It's really interesting. Particularly, and it's weird because we weren't going through an intersection when it happened. Whenever we go through intersections, if I'm not driving, I shut my eyes anymore. Like, it's better than gasping or tightening my knuckles. I just shut my eyes and I tell myself whatever's going to happen is going to happen. But it's only when I'm a passenger. It's really strange. And I'm trying to get used to it again. So like when we went to Prairie City for the Fiber Festival there, it's about a 5-hour drive. I drove all the way there. TK was not there for that show, but my brother went. My brother's a very good driver. And I forced myself to let him drive the car home, the Dodge home. And yeah, I mean, I got to knit for a little while. I felt pretty comfortable. There was a few moments where he didn't do anything. I just felt uncomfortable, but generally speaking, I think it went well. It absolutely makes it awkward. Well, hello there, Miss Beth Beeman, whose name suddenly changed. How are you doing? You have to bring knitting or something in the car to not watch the road. TK and I, we have this, not disconnect, I don't know what you would call it. TK loves car rides. He loves to, like, you know, go on road trips or just on Sunday morning rides, things like that. And he likes to look at stuff. And I'm all for that. Like, I think that's really cool. But I also really like to have my knitting or my crochet with me in the car when I'm not driving. And he gets frustrated. He's like, we're out to look at stuff and talk, and you're just sitting here being antisocial and knitting. And I'm like, I'm not being antisocial. I can totally see what's outside if you tell me to look. So I don't do it as often anymore. And if we're going on long drives or something like that, or if we're going somewhere particular, I'll be like, hey, I'm going to bring my knitting with me. And he's like, okay, that's cool. Like, we just communicate with each other. If he's got an expectation that this is the drive is the adventure for us, then we talk about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to do one more row. This seems like an awfully short arm. I gotta be honest. Also, that was not cool. What in Hades is happening here? Hold on. There we go. You're using the wrong account again. I love it. You have to bring knitting or so. Yep. Yay for communication. It's key, right? It's so important. Speaking of communication, this is me communicating to all of you. Welcome to the show. If you are new to Boss Kitty Live, we are here every Monday and Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. If you are a patron over at patreon.com/bosskitty, then we are also here once or twice a month on Sundays. We have patron-exclusive Sunday content. Right now we're doing a fleece to finished project. I have a beautiful Shetland sheep fleece that was gifted to me, and we have been going through the process of cleaning it. Well, I went and picked it up, so we did that. Then we skirted it and started cleaning it last week. I think next we'll start carding it. We'll go over different ways to do that. We'll go over dyeing it, and we'll go over spinning it, knitting and crocheting with it, and seeing what we can come up with it. And we might try other forms and mediums as well for it. Try, you know, felting as an example and see how that goes. We'll go through the whole entire everything. All that in a bag of chips. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for my 90s saying of everything in the kitchen sink. Okay. I think that that's my final base round. I did catch some of that green in there. I'm not too worried about it. You put your show and tell in. Thank you so much, Samantha. I appreciate it. We also do a Friday night movie night once a month usually. I think the next one will be the beginning of September. It's BK versus the movies. Because there are a lot of movies that I have just never seen. Like, a lot. Some movies that you're like, how? You're 39. How have you never seen that movie? It's true. I watched all of the Indiana Jones movies except for the last one just recently, like in the last year and a half. I watched the first Alien movie just recently in the year and a half. I watched Jurassic Park 1 and 2 and 3 for the very first time, except for I had kind of watched the first one at a drive-in, but I wasn't supposed to because I was a kid at the time. For the very first time, just in the last year. So there are a lot of movies I haven't seen, and there's a lot of older movies that we like to watch too. So the first one we watched was Grease 2. It was terrible. Then we just watched Cutthroat Island. So the theme for that one was pirates. So I think the next theme is going to be Scarlet, because the second runner-up, or the runner-up for the pirate one, was Scarlet something. Crimson something, the Crimson Pirate or something like that. So we give that a second chance, and then we base the theme around that. So I've got to come up with crimson or red movies that have some type of red in the title, I think. We'll figure it out. I'll throw those up there so that you guys can vote on those, because the patrons get to vote on them, and then we watch it in Discord, and it's kind of our own little Mystery Science 3000. It's great. It's looking great. Thank you. I agree, Rat. I remember going to see Jurassic Park in the theaters as a 10-year-old. Blew my mind. Okay. My parents did not let me watch The Simpsons either. We're going back to this. I went to see a double feature with my parents and my brother at the drive-in, which still exists, by the way, on the one on 99. They're showing Ferris Bueller's right now, I think, which is really cool. Anyway, it was a double feature. You showed the kid movie and then you showed the adult movie. The kid movie was the Flintstones, and I very vividly remember the Flintstones. And I remember falling asleep after the Flintstones, like you're supposed to do if you're a child. And then I remember waking up in the middle of Jurassic Park, and the only part I remember was that I woke up when the lawyer is sitting on the toilet and gets eaten by the T-Rex. I hope I didn't spoil anything for anybody. If I did, you're like 30 years late to the game here. I'm real sorry. But that's what I remember, and I remember it very, very vividly. And then I remember going back to sleep. That was it. Had nightmares for years. I mean, my parents wouldn't let me watch Batman because there's a scene where a guy turns into a skeleton. The Tim Burton Batman. Like, he gets fried to the point where he's a skeleton. You fell asleep during Aliens. I love it. I can't wait to see him either, Samantha. It was the best bad timing. I feel like that happens to kids a lot. Like, they wake up at the most inopportune time. The worst time to wake up during a movie. Ouch. That was my finger that I just pricked. There we go. You fell asleep watching The Exorcist? I've never seen The Exorcist. There you go. There's another one. We watched, how did we watch? Poltergeist for the first time during COVID. Well, I watched Poltergeist for the first time during COVID. Have you made a lot of crochet toys? I've made a fair amount. I think most of what I've made have been toys. I mean, I don't do it a lot because there's so much that goes into it mentality-wise, so I have to look at the pattern a lot versus knitting where I can just blindly work on my knitting and talk to you guys at the same time. So it doesn't happen frequently, but mostly just because I want to be able to be more interactive with you guys. Okay, so we're going to do a decrease and then 7. Okay, I can do that. Sure. So we'll decrease this stitch right here, or these 2 stitches right here, I should say. Boop. Like so. And then we're just going to crochet around. 2, or 1 rather. Oh, it's so hard sometimes. 2, 3, 4. You've only seen the beginning of The Exorcist. I am no longer on Twitch. That is correct. We are only here on YouTube. We made the switch over from Twitch back in May, June, somewhere around there. And I do not regret it in the least. The community here has been really welcoming and wonderful, and most of our viewers were able to make the switch over, and then we've had a lot of other clientele that loves our yarn but was kind of shy about Twitch who have made the leap over to YouTube as well, and so that's been really exciting for us. And I feel like there's a lot of things about YouTube where it's just more interactive. And other things that are not. Like, so we have, obviously we have our goal for subscribers. Once we hit that 1,000 mark, we can start doing, hopefully, emotes and things like that. You don't do horror movies because certain episodes of Are You Afraid of the Dark were too much, Eska. Oh god, I forgot all about Are You Afraid of the Dark. Oh, what happened when they first revealed the shark? Did you scream? How do I hold my yarn? I hold my yarn very similar to how I hold my yarn when I knit. So I hold my yarn continentally when I knit, and I end up holding my yarn continentally. I don't know if that's a real thing for crochet when I crochet as well. I'm supposed to stuff it the rest of the way. I'm going to try to clip some of the stuffing that I got caught right here, because it will bug me. So I'm not actually snipping anything. I'm just pulling out these little wisps of green stuffing so that they're not sitting there bugging the heck out of me, because they will. It was. Has anybody watched the Fear Street series on Netflix? You were an R.L. Stine kid. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I watched all 3 of them last year. They're intense. Like, holy shite, guys. They're done really well. They all connect really well. It's very, very sentimental and gives you, you know, all those 90s vibes, which is great. But they're also really scary, I thought. You have a nerdy 90s Nickelodeon kid confession. You just got the series Hey Dude on DVD from Amazon. Hey, that's amazing, Jesse. I didn't watch a lot of... So I didn't get to watch a lot of Nickelodeon when I was a kid. We didn't have Nickelodeon. It wasn't a thing my parents got. My parents were weird, okay? My mom would let me sit up and watch the remake of Dark Shadows with her. Real thing, by the way. Late at night, which is vampires, like munching on other vampires' necks and making out with ladies because it's a soap opera. But I couldn't watch The Simpsons or Ren and Stimpy, which I get, I guess. But still, I'm like, really? Where are you going? What's going on here? I absolutely remember Pete and Pete and Space Cases. Oh my gosh. Definitely go watch Fear Street. I haven't watched the Goosebumps stuff, but the Fear Street was really good. You guys! We have 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes. 5 minutes until our final round of games and goof 'em up, so make sure you chat it up now. If you are not a subscriber, now is the time to push that button. This is it. This is the last time you can ever do it. That's a dirty lie, but still you should do it. It's free. Why not? Be a great birthday gift for TK. Also, if you haven't hit the like button, please, please, please do so. It really helps the show out. Also, if you ever have time, please comment on any of the episodes. That's really helpful. Share with your friends and family and nemesis and, I don't know, random people on the street. You know, do your thing. Hi, Chandler Rocks with Yarn. How are you? Thank you so much for subscribing and for popping in here. Have some confetti. I didn't see that one. And hello, Handmade Designs as well. You can have some confetti too. Thank you so much for your subscription and for popping in. It's so great to see you. You got a happy birthday, TK. He says thanks. We're making a Superman amigurumi for TK. This is his little punching fist. I'll show you guys a picture of it real quickly because this is just an arm. Hold on one second. Okay. This is what we're making. You know what? That arm doesn't look too bad, actually. Here, look at that. That looks pretty good. So that's what we're working on right now. Clearly, we've gotten very far with this, right? I'll work on it tonight, too. But we're doing that. We're getting ready to do our final round of games and goof 'em ups. So if you've chatted in the chat room, that means you will be eligible. If you are chosen, you get to spin on a wheel that has a lot of cool stuff on it. You might win something really cool like buttons or stickers. It's a whole big thing. Your mom has weird limits with what you could watch. Ren and Stimpy was out, but apparently Terminator 2 was okay. My mom's the same way. What is that about? Thank you, Eska. He's pretty adorable, isn't he? You came over from Melissa. Melissa, thank you again for all of your shout outs. I really appreciate it. If you guys haven't checked out her channel, definitely go check it out. It's great. You create patterns, don't you? Like, you've got some really great designs. Okay, so let me see here. I think we're going into our decreases for the arm. Or we just did a decrease, and it wants me to do some weird thing. fold the arm and make a 3 single crochet, and make 3 single crochet both sides together to close. Really, that's it? This arm is it? This is done? This arm looks so tiny, you guys. I don't trust this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's how many rows it's supposed to be. Okay, I guess that's what we're doing. Bubbles had a crush on Edward Furlong. Did you? I did too, actually. I did too. You know what? They had no problem with me watching American History X. I guess when I was younger, I was a teenager by that point, so that's a little bit different. That's a little different. Trust the process. I never trust the process. You guys, do my eyes deceive me? Is it that time? I think it is. I love it so much. I love it so much that I dance in my seat, and apparently it shakes the table, which drives TK a little crazy. Okay, so here we go, my loves. This is our final round of games and goof 'em ups. I'm going to pick a winner, or a contestant, I guess I should say. That contestant gets to spin on the wheel of stuff. You watched Dark Knight as a kid and it scared you? Super duper, the fact that you were a child when that movie came out just broke my heart a little bit. I'm kidding, it doesn't break my heart. There we go. Winner, winner, winner. Who's it going to be? If you've already played tonight, you are not eligible. Yarn Pirate, have you won anything yet? I know you did. You just won a button. So Yarn Pirate is also not eligible because she has won in the last 2 weeks. So I know you're all huzzahing her, and that's great, but we're actually going to pick a different winner. She knows what she did. Let's do this again. Eska has already won as well. We're on a roll. Eska won just this last time, so we're going to try again one more time, hopefully. Eska just won a sticker or a button as well. Kim's Crochet and Knits, congratulations. You are our lucky final contestant of the night. That's so exciting. 3rd time's the charm, right? You'll save your hoorays. Now it's for real, guys. It's for reals now. Okay, Kim, this is the way it works. I know you're here, so I'm going to pull the wheel up. We're going to spin it for you, and you could win some really cool stuff. Let's check it out. Oh, where'd my wheel go? Oh, there it is. Okay, so this is the wheel. We've got merch codes on there, which are stickers and buttons. We've got adject animal sounds, dad jokes, a mittens bomb. We've got $10 Ravelry patterns, up to $10 in Ravelry patterns, I should say. We've got my music fading out, and I'm not sure why. Free shipping, which is huge. Blinky rolls, game overs, and I think that's everything on here. Let's spin it. Did we take off the spin agains? I think we did. Adject animal sound. Okay, so this is the thing.
Congratulations, you're a winner!
You are a winner. You don't win a thing as much as as you win an experience. So, Kim's Crochet and Knits. I want you to come up with an animal and an adjective to go with that animal. And I will try to make the noise of said animal. So, as an example, let me think for a second. Inebriated giraffe. Please do not use that. But that is an example. You have an adjective that goes with the animal, and I try to make the sound. This is a game that TK and I used to play to stop us from bickering with each other. It's an experience, exactly. So you just have to come up with some type of adjective and an animal to go with it, and I will try to make that sound. It might not actually be the sound it'll make, but it'll be damn funny. Sometimes this kills my throat when I do it. So you let me know what it is. And then in the meantime, we will just spend a little extra time crocheting for now until we have that. And then we'll go to show and tell. So I think I'm supposed to smush this in half. Yeah. I'm supposed to do this, right? Where I knit each side together like so. Yeah. I know what I'm doing. I know, I'm putting you on the spot. It can be anything. You can be, angry platypus. I don't know what that sounds like, so it looks a little janky, but I mean, it works. Janky Superman's not bad. Okay, so that's done, I think. I think that arm is done. Looks like an arm to me. An excited lamb. Okay, 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 I can do an excited lamb. We can do this. We got this. Okay, an excited lamb. So normal lamb would just be like, ba, ba, ba. And a sad lamb would be ba, ba. So for an excited lamb. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, so exciting. There you go. There's an excited lamb. Here, have some confetti. Congratulations. I think that's the first adject animal sound that we've had to do on YouTube. Brought that over from Twitch. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we finished an arm, you guys. That's fantastic. We are going to head right on over to show and tell. It is that time, the time you've all been waiting for. Let me just get it up real quickly. We've had to do some serious research on some of these, like on the fly. People will come up with animals, and I'm like, I have no idea what that is or what it sounds like. Okay, welcome to show and tell, my loves. We're starting things off with Killingsworth It. She's got progress on her hexagon sweater. Really only been working on it when there's a lull at work. So not too different from last time. That's okay. We don't mind. Excited for when you get into the darkest gray, though. So she's been making this hexagon sweater. It's really cool looking. It's crochet. She's kind of shown us what it's going to look like when it's on. And she's doing it in an ombre yarn. So she started with a really light kind of gray, and it'll go into a very charcoaly dark gray. None of us can wait to see what this looks like. It's going to be so cool. Killingsworth It, the progress you've made is excellent. Even from last time. I love you too, Yarn Pirate. Thank you. Thank you. I will pass that on to him. His birthday is technically tomorrow, but we don't have a show tomorrow. Miss Monster has sock progress past the heel turn and into the gusset decreases. Any of you that make socks, and I heard that Kim, you make socks, you all are goddesses and gods to me. I hate sock making. I make one sock and then I'm done. And I'm like ready to go, I don't know, box it out with somebody because I'm so frustrated over the damn sock. These are beautiful, Miss Monster. I love the way that, I know I've said this already. I love the way that the yarn is pooling. I really like the way it pools at the corners there. What is happening? Mittens. Mittens, you cannot have Hansel. You must give Hansel back. You have to give Hansel back. He's not for you to beat up. Did you see that you're on the wheel? Hey. Yeah, you're on the wheel. Look at these socks that Miss Monster made. Aren't they pretty? They're the best socks, aren't they? Yeah, I think so too. They're really great, Miss Monster. Mittens approves, so that's a thing. Socksy Boxy. Ooh, exactly, Leftmost. Hi, Leftmost. It is amazing how those stripes match up. Okay, Mittens, we're going to go on to the next one. Are you ready? Killingsworth It. Wanted to share good news and vibes that my sister entered this piece into the Lenexa Artists Show in Kansas City. It will be on display until the end of September if you're in the Kansas City area. Holy, that's gorgeous. What is the medium that she used? I mean, it's so realistic looking that it could be felted, it could be paints, acrylics, marker. It's absolutely beautiful. Your sister also has a lovely smile, by the way. I know, you guys, that's 2 mitten sightings in 2 shows. I don't know what's happening right now. And the stripe matching is just absolute perfection, Miss Monster. This is so beautiful. Is this her dog? Look on his face, like you can get the emotion through the art. It's absolutely stunning. Leftmost. I'm hungry. What are you doing to me right now? It is warm here. I made popsicles with peanut butter and coconut milk and a bit of soy sauce. You put soy sauce in your popsicle? What? Okay. I'm intrigued and excited about the peanut butter and coconut milk. I don't know how I feel about the soy sauce. Please enlighten me on this. Like, I've had salty chocolate before, and I guess I've had salty peanut butter, but soy sauce feels like that's a whole different level. I am intrigued, though. And now I want to make popsicles. Way to go. His name is Indiana Jones. I love it. Yeah, it's really detailed. It's really beautiful. You love me. I love you too. Oh my goodness, Killing's worth it. He's demanding pets, giving out free air biscuits. Look at that cat. That cat is in kitty cat heaven right now. That cat is turning itself inside out, begging for attention. My cats do this all the time. It's the cutest thing. They have to know. They have to know how cute they're being in that moment. Sounds like a peanut sauce pine. Oh, I guess Miss Monster, you're not wrong. It kind of does. Oh, now I'm intrigued, like really intrigued. I would eat a peanut sauce popsicle. Gracie, also known as Laura. Box of Light. It's so cute. Oh, this is the manga you were telling me about. Oh, the art on it's great. Look at that kitty cat, you guys. Oh my goodness, it has one eyeball. It's so adorable. Okay, I'm definitely going to have to check this out. Thank you. Yarn Pirate. I'm making a floppy summer hat. This reminds me of Blossom. You guys remember Blossom? The hats? That's what this reminds me of. I love it. I really like how the yarn has pooled. Did you use a different yarn for the sides than you did for the top and the middle band? Or is that just how that yarn works? Because if you didn't, that's amazing. If you did, you're brilliant. Either way, it's wonderful. I love it, and I'm a little jealous of it. Yep, Bubbles. These colors match the manga picture. They do. It's like, look at this, you guys. This is crazy. He's got his shirt right there. And then it goes perfectly with his hat. What? I know. Good colors. Sammy, Grandma. Oh my gosh, Samantha, this is beautiful. I love it. So you crocheted this whole entire thing. It looks so cozy. Those are some Oregon duck colors right there. Greens and yellows, they look good on you. Carmen, I finished this dress today. It's a test make for a fiber and cloth studio, and I really love it. Oh my gosh, Carmen, it looks so comfortable and it fits you so well. I love the cuffs. I'm terrible at sewing cuffs. And buttons, you are magical, my dear. This is amazing. Also, I love your background. That's really nice too. It's all Premier hipster cotton in Desert Sunset. It does look like a hipster cotton. It really does. I think it's amazing though. Yarn Pirate has been learning some more embroidery stitches, blanket stitch, and some big orange French knots. This is the neatest thing because you've got this picture that's pre-made, right? And it's teaching you all of these stitches while you're creating this really cute, cozy winter cat. I think that that's absolutely brilliant. What a great beginner embroidery project to work on. Plus it's a cat. You can't go wrong. I can't wait to see what you do with the snowflakes. Sammy, oh my gosh, that's so big. Oh, I bet it's great to like just wrap yourself up in though. That is really, really impressive. How long did it take you to make this blanket? You have to let me know. I'm super curious. And I love your color choices. I like this really light pink that you've got going through consistently. That looks really good. And then you've got these bold oranges, and I just think that those are two opposites and they work really well together in this. The start of some dicks. I mean microphones. Making a dicks. I mean microphones project was left for a friend. That is hilarious. Good job, Kat. I like the color variety there. I also like that you got this on a polka dot bag. I don't know why, but I'm digging the polka dots. Those are fantastic. Yarn Pirate would like to know if you take commissions. Samantha, you've also made yourself a crocheted Christmas stocking. This is lovely. I love the off-white and the red together. It's very classic. It looks pretty big for a stocking, which a stocking should be big. You can get more goodies in it that way. It is an amazing blanket, yeah. And then we also have from Laura, aka Gracie Fairfax, this beautiful embroidery that she's been working. Oh my gosh, you got so much done in the last week. So this is a Lord of the Rings kind, I think it's free, like completely freehand. I don't think you have a pattern for this, do you? She sketched it out. It was a Lord of the Rings scene, and then she's completely embroidered it. And I have to tell you guys, the top part of it was done last time we saw it. I think part of the bottom where that hill is was done. but the rest of it was not. This is insanely just perfect and beautiful, and the colors are great. I love the texture. I don't know how you get your stitches so even. Like, your satin stitch is the thing that legend is made out of. Legends are made out of. I also like your nail polish, by the way. It's really pretty. It is amazing, for real. It was based off another artist's work. Oh, you do, but it looks beautiful. Bubbles, we had some goldfinches in the catnip in our backyard garden tonight. I have never seen them in our yard until now. Let's see if I can play this. There we go. Oh my gosh, they're beautiful. I hate birds, and they're absolutely beautiful. Also, your catnip is out of control. I'm just going to put that out there. Okay, let's see how to get out of it now. Maybe the escape button. There we go. And a perfectly camouflaged cat stalking the birds. Look at that boy. I'm so glad he's doing so much better. He's well enough to stalk birds. He's fine. This is my first crochet blanket that I made, and I love it. This is also from Samantha. This is like a mermaid blanket. The colors are great. You have a great eye for putting colors together, Samantha. This is a great picture of you too, by the way. And it also looks super, super cozy and wonderful. That catnip is bonkers, for real. It is fantastic. All of it is, yeah. Thank you, Alice. I appreciate it. This is how much my cat loves leftmost. This is all drools. She only drools when she's excessively happy. Oh, kitty drool is the worst and the best all rolled up into one. Oh my goodness, look at that face, you guys. Bubbles, I don't know what I would do without pictures of him. Oh, Mr. Odin. Look at his eyes. Like, the green and yellow in his eyes is just beautiful. And that half mustache. Ugh, my heart has been taken. Bubbles also busted out the hammock for the first time in a few months today after work while she was knitting. Lovely. I like your hammock. It's very rainbowy. He's a super handsome gentleman. Super duper! Mushroom meet up at the Renaissance Fair. None of us knew each other, and we spread the word throughout the day to meet up at the last joust, and it was a great time. So Super Duper made her whole outfit. She crocheted the hat, and it's got little toadstool spots all over it. And she made the skirt. It's super adorable. I love your makeup on your cheeks. It looks great. And I think you have little ears on, too. Ugh. Too cute. There's the hat. Oh, there were a bunch of you guys. That's so cool that none of you knew each other and it still came together like that. Really adorable. Wow. A big old group. You're not wrong. This one up here is like an umbrella almost. You guys all look so great. What a wonderful idea. Dio, crocheted sheep and oh my goodness. So here are the crocheted sheep. I was like, wait, this isn't your cat being crocheted. They're adorable. They look very tiny. And then here's her little beautiful kitty cat. I shouldn't say little. Oh, he's sleeping next to one of your pumpkins. Look at those toe beans, you guys. The cutest. So much floof right there. And Sage Fits just finished the head during stream. Needs ears, mane, tail, horn, and butt heart. It's huge. Oh, this is the unicorn. You just kind of rocked right through this, didn't you? He is huge. They're huge. Oh, I love it so much. What color is the mane going to be? All that delicious. I hope it's the same color as the hooves. All that delicious, like, rainbowy, pastel-y colors. Oh, so great. Okay, my loves. What an incredible show and tell. We had a lot of new stuff in there from some viewers. I really appreciate that. We love to see all of that. And we had the progress from some of you others out there, and it's just mind-blowing how fast some of you are and how talented all of you are. We are really excited to upgrade these cameras so that the color looks amazing for you guys as it does for us. Thank you so much for all the birthday love for TK. He will accept your vintage superhero amigurumis anytime he says, this is all I got done. A little punch hand. Bam, bam. I'll work on it tonight. Once again, we are here on Mondays and Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. If you're a patron, we do have some extra content for you. We've got great things like right now, if you're part of Hazel's house, there is an exclusive sale going on for our green, which is going out of stock for a while. We're rotating it out. It's called I'll Get You My Pretty, and it's 40% off. That's wholesale cost for most of our vendors. We have grab bags that'll be exclusive to our patrons, all of them on the 26th for 48 hours. That's 3 skeins of yarn for $60. We also have the fleece to stop it. I can't speak now. Fleece to finish project. We are going through how to skirt a fleece, clean a fleece, card a fleece, cry over the stuff that's inside the fleece sheep skin stuff. We're going to spin it. We're going to dye it. We're going to weave it. Maybe we're going to felt it. We're going to fluff it. Never mind. We're not going to fluff it. We're going to do lots of stuff with this fleece. It's going to take you all the way through to the 2022. So if you're not a patron and all of this sounds interesting, now is the time to sign up. Just head over to patreon.com/bosskitty. I'm not touching you all day, every day, guys. Seriously. We love you guys. We hope to see you soon. I will be back on Monday. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, the like button, leave some comments, share with your friends. Be kind to yourselves. Pat yourself on the back because you're absolutely freaking beautiful and amazing. And as always, my loves, happy crafting. Good night.